And welcome to Cats Creations live on Friday night, where tonight I welcome you to my kitchen where we're going to be making a farm fresh milk wreath or a cow wreath. I don't know. I always see it as a cow wreath because of the pictures of the cow. All the theme stuff is like cow related, but we're also going to be incorporating some milk embellishments. So I'll share those with you as we get closer to the embellishment side. So, this is in our public group, so feel free to like and share as much as you'd like because you can. Also, where was I going with that thought? Did it leave the station? Something about liking and sharing.
Follow.
No, it wasn't about following. I don't know. It'll come back to me. So, God, yeah. So I was like thinking, okay, like and share, we're on the public group, we can follow that. You know, I was like, I was on this really good, solid roll, but we'll see. So, anyway, thank you guys for joining me. I know a lot of you guys are stuck like we are in California, where we're sheltering in place, except our banks are still open, the gas stations are open, restaurants that support drive-through and takeout delivery are still open. So it's not like we're seeing empty streets everywhere. The mail is still delivering and stuff like that. So for the most part, it feels kind of okay. So hopefully you guys are doing what you need to do to take care of your family. So this is to give us all a break from all the stuff on Facebook and social media and everything else. So let's get creative and make something fun. I have made one of these in the past, but I want to say that was like way back in early 2018. So this one's an entirely different look. Back then I went kind of very rustic with beiges, and this time we're going with the red, white, and black theme. So before I start and jump in, we have people joining us.
Yep, we got Gail, Wilhelmine, Sharon, Mary, Daisy, Deborah, Jessica, Linda, Patricia, Annette, Sandra, Tracy, Rhonda, Linda, Caitlin, and Pam, Karen, and Bonita. Hi all.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. So we're going to start. First of all, we've got to finish wiring up our 14-inch Dollar Tree frame. So for the Friday night group, I'll continue to do that. If you're new, that's where I was going. If you're new, let us know. We'd like to welcome you to our group and to our page, and like to know where you're from so that hopefully you can kind of have a close crafting buddy that's close in your neck of the woods. And we will go ahead and get started. So I'm going to finish this one. I just did black and white pipe cleaners just because it's just color coding. It's not like, oh, I'm putting black in here or white in there or whatever. It just looks cool. So, and it shows up better on camera. So, 14-inch Dollar Tree wreath frame has 6 sections, 4 rails. You have, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to finish the last of the 6 sections. So with my pipe cleaner, I'm going to go in between the welds and I'm going to wire the 2 together, the 2 innermost ones. And we try to keep them as even as possible. So there's 1. So that way it'll give you 6 on the inside. And then what we're going to do is we're going to wire together 2 of the outside. So the 2 outermost rails. And what you're going to do is use your middle one that you just put in and your weld mark as like guides. So you want to center your 2 outer ones somewhere in between your middle and your weld mark, and then you're going to do the same on this side, and this way it'll give you 12 to the outside, and then we're all ready to go. So crazy as it seems, wow, I was looking for an easy wreath to make tonight, and what ends up happening, it's going to be a complicated process. But people were asking me last week, right, for what can we do with our 21-inch mesh. Well, tonight we're doing poufs. So 21-inch mesh works perfect for that. I don't know if you're like me, you have a couple rolls laying around. We haven't really kind of focused on that. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. And the easiest way is to push all your pipe cleaners down on the outside, because I work the inside rails first. It's just my preference. And then it kind of gets those out of the way. And then if you want, you can turn these sideways. So when you get to them, you can just kind of open it and slide it in. So this is a little different than the way that I've taught you how to do poofs like early on. So we're going to take our Deco mesh roll. I'm going to drop this to the bottom, and then what I'm going to do is I'm gathering the raw edge on this case, and I'm not worried about all the little long frays, but you just try to confine as much of it and keep it as even as possible so you don't have like a sharp piece way down here. And for me, I'm going to go in between the second and third rail, so it's kind of like right in the middle, and I'm going to go underneath the outside of this particular pipe cleaner. So you're going to need a 6-inch zip tie. You can go 4-inch. I just find the 6 is a little easier. So I'm going to tuck this under here.
So a lot of gals are asking how you're feeling.
I'm hanging in there, so I'm going to get through today, and all I'm doing is taking it day by day. So no pain meds for now. I'm just, what is it, like Advil?
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it, because I try really hard not to be a pain med person, like addicted to pain meds.
Yeah.
So here we go. I'm trying to hold this, zip it together at the same time. There it goes. So I've attached my zip tie to rail number 2, and I count them from the inside to the outside. So just right inside this, I've attached it to my pipe cleaner because that's already attached to the other 2 rails. That'll keep it from sliding. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut, because I don't want to fly it anywhere. That's how I'm starting that, so that this way this pipe cleaner is ready, so that when we get around the last side, we'll be able to utilize this before we do what's called jump down, go down to the outer rows. So I'm just pulling this out. You try to keep it as organized as possible. We're doing 10-inch poofs. You can do smaller on the inside. You can go 8-inch poofs if you want. It's just, for me, based on the formula of how everything works out, you can get a pretty good, decent base doing it this way. And then you can poof as you go, or you can wait and poof all at the end. I used to wait and poof all at the end, and now I'm just kind of poofing as I go.
Yep.
So.
10 inches between poofs. There's a couple gals, like I said, asked you how you're doing. Patricia said it's terrible here in Maplewood, Minnesota. Shelves are pretty bare. Same here.
It is here too.
Hopefully you're all stocked up. Mary said, hi Kat, hope you're feeling better. Here at home watching you live. See your all beautiful creations.
Aw, thanks.
And then Patricia said, I need this, therapeutic for me. So that's what we're hoping for.
And that's exactly what we're trying. And I'm sure you guys have probably heard that a lot of the online retailers like Dollar Tree is temporarily suspended all of its online ordering for now. They're trying to keep the product in stock for people who are going there to purchase things, which is just weird. You would think they would go more online, but they're right up there with the grocery stores. So they have suspended online to give more product to in-store, and then Craft Outlet has also suspended its operations for now, just based on this whole thing. Here in California, I haven't gone out and looked, but they're supposed to have closed all the non-essential places, like obviously Hobby Lobby, Michael's, and Joann's. Those would fall under non-essentials, but I have yet to venture out to see if they are in fact closed or still open. But you can still order from them online. And keep in mind that there's a lot of places now that we may not have realized always sold craft supplies. Things like Deco Exchange. Damon's, still has a warehouse full of supplies. We can order from them. I believe the Wreath shop is still open, Trendy Tree, so many different little mom and pop shops that thought that this would be the year for them to get involved. So we're gonna start kind of grouping together and do like a community support group, that if you're looking for supplies, these are some places that you can go to to get your crafting fix on.
Jennifer said, hello everyone, thank you Kat for helping us get our minds off the craziness going on in the world.
I need that.
A couple gals asked, like Rose, where was the deco mesh? It's from Craft Outlet.
Yeah, this one came from Craft Outlet.
But it's from last year, right?
I don't know. I actually wanted 10-inch deco mesh, but I didn't have black and white. So I walked out to the garage, and this is my last roll of black and white deco mesh. So yeah, I don't know if they still make this kind. I would think that they would. So let me stop, because I am completing my last poof. So here's where I started. So I started to go here. So I'm going to finish this one, and then I'm going to walk you through how you do what I call jump down, which means go to the bottom, and then you're going to start doing the outside. So I'm going to finish this last one, which will complete all the inside poofs, and then I'll show you how we do the jump down. The goal is to get your pipe cleaners on the bottom out of the way. Okay, so jump down, right? You're going to look at where your pipe cleaners are placed. So if you've wired them the way I have, you have like one almost directly, like I would say maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches here. You can jump right here, or you have the option of going a little bit further. If you're going to go here, you're going to go a full 10 inches because you need to clear this pipe cleaner first. So I'm actually going to do the 10-inch poof and hit it here. So you're going to see me pull this out, get my 10 inches, and I always stick my hands underneath just to make sure that I don't have like my deco mesh hasn't folded on me. So here I'm going to lift this up so you can see. This would seem the logical choice, but your jump would be like this far. So we're going to go all the way to this one. So I'm just going to take this. I'm going to try to do this. Go all the way in here, and you're just going to start your poofs from here, and then you're going to complete and go all the way around from here. That way you don't have like a super short one that's only going to go from here to here, which looks odd. This way you get a full 10-inch poof, and it kind of stays in conjunction with everything else. And so from here, we're just going to go ahead and do what we did on the inside, but on the outside. So we're just going to go to the very next one and pop it in the inside, or outside, sorry.
Maggie said they're actually bringing your order out curbside from Michael's and Joann's.
Oh.
That's interesting.
That's nice. It keeps customers out of the store.
Yeah, Javier said all those stores are open here in Alabama.
That's good.
That's good.
Still.
Well, I mean, Hobby Lobby is open still for us, right? Or is it
I don't think so. Everything is supposed to be closed. Let's just refrain from that.
Yeah.
Because when I went to the doctor's the other day, while we were supposed to be, people are supposed to be in the non-essential places, it looked like a normal everyday day here. There were people doing, regular grocery shopping, although there's not much in the way of groceries.
Yeah.
Like toilet paper is still the hottest commodity.
Yeah, it's almost like a stock trade.
Right? Trade you like a garage full of craft supplies for a 30-roll pack of Costco toilet paper. As sad as that is, it's just like, where's all the toilet paper at?
Yep. Ross says hi. Ross from Canada. Vicky says hey from Olympia.
Welcome. Thank you guys for joining us.
Probably Washington.
Welcome, welcome. Who would have ever thought that we would be going through this? I mean, I think this year had started off that it was, for some people, it was a hopeful year. And I still have hope. This is not going to last forever. You get to tell your kids, grandkids, you survived this.
Yeah.
This is probably not the worst it could possibly be. Thank God we don't have something that is like devastating.
Yeah.
That is, you know, spreading and obviously would not be contained. So this is doable. We can do this.
Yep. We're
Right.
just gonna have to really buckle down for the next 4 to possibly 8 weeks, and
I hate that.
yeah.
I'm just taking it a week at a time. That's all I can process right now. That's all I want to process right now is a week at a time. Because anything could change.
Yep.
So, what other questions do you guys have out there? This was a tough call for me because I wasn't sure if I wanted to just do a black base and then just alternate, you know, white and red into it. Did I want to do predominantly red ribbon?
Oh, that's good. Vicky K, she's the one that is from Olympia.
Uh-huh.
She said their stores are stocked there, so that's good.
It's good, yeah. And so
Go
hopefully,
stock up while you can.
well, that's what causes the problem because before all this, we had plenty of stock, which I truly believe there's plenty of stock out there. It's just that people panic. And people are saying, well, why the toilet paper? It's because it's the one thing that most people could afford if they were going to stock up on anything. And so when all you're seeing on social media is pictures of empty shelves and people are saying there's no toilet paper to be found, that puts people in a panic mode. Because they're like, do I have enough toilet paper to last? Should I go out?
Yeah.
Should I at least get some? And then it's like one day you walk around your city and tell everybody, hey, today's the day for everyone to go buy toilet paper. There's not going to be enough.
Yeah.
You know, sad to say that there are people who went into hoard mode in an attempt to profit off of people, which is really sad. But thankfully, Amazon is shutting those folks down. So there's a number you can call to report them.
Yeah.
You know, because you're not paying $75 for a 12-pack of toilet paper.
Gail said, Lev and Alec just yelled out, hi, Kat.
Hi, Lev. Hi, Alec.
And Dave said, it's weird to commute. Can usually take an hour and 15 minutes. She says, now it's 45 minutes. I'm missing some of my car devotional time.
Right?
And that, none of us get the TP hoarding. None of us get it. So.
Well, that's what I said. It's the one thing people can have control over, is how much toilet paper you have in your house. So people went into panic mode because they saw everybody was out buying it. So that creates hoard mentality because you think, well, if I don't get it, I probably won't have it. So, and I'm so glad that stores now are putting those no refunds for people that when this is over, will probably return those 30 packs of Costco toilet paper.
Yeah, but Costco's saying now there's no returns.
Yeah, no returns. So are the grocery stores now. So I'm like, kudos for you guys.
I hope they get stuck with them.
Yeah, I mean, eventually you'll use it, but
May God send a rainstorm where you're storing that stuff.
leaky stuff, right?
Yep.
I would wish that people would be thinking of others in their community and people that could seriously use that, you know, because then people went on, I can't get toilet paper, so they started buying paper towels. So it just puts everyone at a disadvantage.
Yeah, Maggie. God knows all, so
Didn't come as a shock to
we
him.
just need to trust in Him and take it week at a time.
Day by day. We're supposed to, according to God's plan, take it day by day. If we're good today, if there's food in our fridge and everything's hunky-dory, and I'm not talking like we ignore what's going on in the world, but for us personally, that's all He's ever promised to deliver is what we need to get through today.
And Annette and Maggie, yep, we need to, Regina, we need to watch out for our neighbors.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people that are really going out of their way to help their neighbors out, which I think is just great. Those are the good stories you want to hear. Those are the stories you wish the news would report on. the things that people are doing to rally around and become a community. Because that's how people got through the wars, right?
Hey, Caitlin, I wouldn't laugh. She said, my friend went out and bought a bidet. We were seriously thinking about it.
Yes, we were. Because no toilet paper required.
Yep.
Matter of fact, that's what I told my dad, because my dad, who is 74, he's like, we can't find toilet paper anywhere. And I'm like, well, I can ship you some of what I have. We don't have a lot, but I can ship it to you. And I said, but you should consider getting a bidet. And he was like, what's that? So you have to explain it to your 74-year-old dad. But then he liked the idea. He's like, wow. He goes, I like that because when I go take a shower, I feel fresh and clean. Okay. So he's like, who knows, my dad, he's probably already...
How did we go from making a wreath to...
Right?
Feeling
That's how
fresh.
the topic goes. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Okay, so I finished, right? So this is my last one. So I'm winding it back where I am with this. So I'm going to complete this one. So here's my 10-inch poof. Still making sure, and I'm just going to go directly right into this one. It may make my pipe cleaner a little short, but that's okay. We have more pipe cleaners if we need to that we can add. You can, at this point, if this is all you're going to use, is go in between and do what's called add the third row. So what you would do at this point is, because I'm on the bottom, I would go up and just do a short one, maybe 6 inches, go up to the top, and then you're gonna do, like it's here, you do another 10-inch and get down to here, you would do another shorty and get back up to here, and then you would do another one down here. You kind of zigzag an up, a down, an up, a down, almost in the pattern that you had when we looked at the Dollar Tree wreath form, the way that it was. But because I'm going to come in and add some burgundy deco mesh, I'm not going to do that because I'm going to thicken this up anyway. So to finish this off, I am going to give myself a pretty fat tail and just kind of let that one go. And I'm going to take this, and here's my end. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put this right in between the wreath frame. Show it to you this way. So I'm going to pull it back out here. I'm looking at where it's over here. If I wanted to make it match, I can just bring it over here because this is where I ended. You're going to take another zip tie, and I'm going to take advantage of the fact that I have a cross beam right here, like right where the weld is. So I'm going to fasten this to that point. And
Regina White's, it's so beautiful. Love you guys. Like a glass of wine, so relaxing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Patricia asked, do you prefer 10-inch mesh rather than 21-inch?
It's,
yes.
I think 10-inch just has more versatility to it. But if you really want something that's going to look big and full, either A, you have to buy really good quality 10-inch mesh, or you're going to have to bulk up on it in order to get something as big and fluffy.
Yep.
Now with a pouf, you have, it creates volume. So not only are you going to have volume here, but you're also going to have volume here. I wish I had my my tape measure, but I don't.
Well, I guarantee
I
it's
do.
at least 6 inches.
I have no idea.
Mary Poppins.
Right? That's what I feel like, because I need to get to the other side. So if we look from here to about here, it's 6.5 inches at maybe some of the highest points of the bubble. So it does create a very tall wreath. So doing a pouf is automatically going to put you out of the storm door wreath category. So now we're going to go in and actually add the red. Because look at what this looks like right now, which looks okay. It's black and white, really makes the red stand out.
Yeah.
But watch what happens when we add the red. Make sure that stays there. So this is 10-inch deco mesh, again, from Craft Outlet. It is the poly or jute burlap mesh So it's all natural fibers. So these are cut to 11-inch pieces, and all I want to do is add these as ruffles to each of my
Outside Poufs?
No, inside and outside.
Are you gonna do both? Okay.
Yeah, because I just want to add pops of this rustic color to my base. And you'll see what happens when we put the sign on that. And we're not going to completely cover all the black and white. So rest assured, these are cut to 11-inch. It's just to give little pops of color.
It's a good idea, Jolene. She said, I've decided to add wooden door hangers to my Etsy shop. Going to branch out a little bit. That's a good idea.
Yes.
Little some accessories here. Yeah. I
think that is really super good. It's being innovative, right? Because people always go, well, you know, are people going to still buy wreaths? I don't know. What I think we can do is we can start looking at alternatives of what if we make smaller, more affordable wreaths instead of like trying to hit the, you know, whatever it is, 180 plus wreath categories by using a ton of materials. Why don't we start making them more affordable for people? Still shipping though. Shipping is the bane of our existence. It's what keeps us locked in. So I'm doing all the interior ones first, which is different from what you guys are used to seeing me do if we were doing ruffles. So I'm just doing these so that I don't lose track of the inside ones while I'm working outside. And then a couple more. Now this you have to cut with a rotary cutter because it contains the jute fibers. That's not going to cut well with a wood burning tool. So you're going to need rotary cutter to cut these. If you want to contain the frays that will probably inevitably happen here, is you can spray it with E6000, which is a spray adhesive, and then you just let that dry. It helps kind of keep the fibers together. Or you can just do what I do and just make sure that your ends are kind of pushed down, kind of rolled under a little bit. We're trying to take advantage of our pipe cleaners so that we want to keep them even because you don't want a really super short end and then a really long one. So I've done the 6 on the inside, so as you can see just on the interior it's not going to completely cover, and that's exactly what I want it to do. Just add some hint of this burgundy color to keep it rustic.
Yeah, Michelle said, I do smaller wreaths. The highest shipping for a 22 inch is $15. So that's not
but
bad.
Where are you based at, Michelle? See, the problem with people like me that I'm on the extreme coast, most of my business is based on East Coast, so it's a lot. But I agree. If we can get our wreaths down to like 18 inches, then we can really bring the cost down. So we're just going to have to get creative like everybody else.
Yep.
And then I was asked a question today. They're like, well, what do you think that's going to mean for us shipping? You know, do you think the shipping places will still be open? The answer is yes. I mean, even for us in a mandatory shutdown for our state, our shipping sites like UPS, FedEx, and the Postal Service are all still open. If you're wanting to be more cautious, those UPS, FedEx, and the Postal Service will pick up, but there's a fee for that.
Well, Michelle said from Ohio to California, so that's not bad.
No, it's not.
She said I'd fit it in at 20 inch by 20 inch by 4. So yeah,
there you go.
That would be cheaper.
Yeah, it definitely would be. That's true, because on the 26 inch wreaths, they fit in a 24 inch box, so you go down a couple sizes. So I agree. If you can get them down to 22 inch, you can put them in a 20 inch box.
And then Debbie Jones said, I am making my crafts up for May and June for local craft shows. Praying this is all over by then. I have been blessed to get my supplies cheaper. So yeah, that's good.
Good for you.
Oh, that Debbie was the one I think last week that said she was able to get a store that was closing locally.
Oh,
so she got all of her
that's
stuff for
right.
like way half off. So yeah, good job, Debbie.
So we'll see. I mean, it's sad because Gail and I were talking last night. We were like looking at all the stuff in Craft Out. I was like, ooh, go to this page. Look at this item on this row. Isn't that pretty? And it's like, we were gonna place an order at Craft Outlet yesterday, but we decided, nah, we can wait. Let's wait, see what happens.
Yeah.
So the good thing is, like I said, there's still lots of people out there. There's lots of people who are deciding this is it for them. They're out. They're looking to offload all their stuff. So if you hit up all the do-stash sites, you know, you can get your Deco mesh at, you know, $3 or $4 a roll. I just don't know what the shipping's going to be like.
Yep.
But there's always a way.
And don't forget, Kat's not only teaching you this to show you how to do this to sell, but also just how to make for yourselves.
Oh yeah, I'm going to like this one a lot. Just because I think farmhouse is not going to go anywhere anytime soon. So this goes good in a country kitchen. I mean, you could advertise it for the little mom and pop shop restaurants when they are back open and busy.
Regina, is that true?
What?
Regina said, I was blessed today, AC Moore closing. She says purchased $1,295 worth of picks and stuff for $38.
That's really good. Hey,
So,
you know, if you happen to be in the right place at the right time, you know, good for you.
yeah, that's amazing.
Yep. That's a really good idea. Ugh. We just don't have AC Moores here.
Nope, it's all Central East Coast.
Right? That's a really good deal. I would like to spend $1,000 in product for $38. I think we all would, right?
Yeah.
Trying to get. That's the thing about Poufs, is it's deep. So you have to think about that with your ribbons and everything else you're working with. You have a, what is it? So 10-inch Poufs, you have a 5-inch cavity that you've got to kind of get down into. So you can see which ones I got towards the end.
And that's kind of really where the half bow was kind of created, to fill those gaps.
Yeah, but we're not, I don't think we're gonna do. I
I'm just
might
saying.
do a couple half bows, but
Yeah.
most of the time, no, I'm not. Not in this one. So we're gonna try to mix it up. That's what I was looking at. I'm like, well, how can I make this different? Because we always do half bows or tails. I wasn't really feeling that flex tubing was relevant to this style wreath. If it's supposed to be rustic and country, I would see stuff like raffia and maybe like a burlap jute string be more relevant than trying to do deco mesh. I just don't think deco mesh would fit with this theme.
Yeah. Bridget said, I'm really enjoying this. Needed to relax. Thank you both. Deborah, she said she's having a lot of problems. She said she's already had to close out and close back in. Sorry about that. It could be a Facebook thing or Wi-Fi.
Yeah, somebody
Hope you
said
get
that
on.
there was an issue with Facebook earlier. So I've got 2 more to do, and then we're done with our base. And then
That'd be a really big base.
Huh? A
That'd be a
little
really
big
big
base.
base, yeah.
It is a really big base.
It's all about the base.
It is about the base, because the base determines the design and everything else. But as you can see, it's not covering the black and white. It's just enhancing it a little bit.
Cindy said the red is awesome in that wreath. Different, huh?
It is different. But watch what ends up happening when I put the sign on it. Because that's what definitely like sold me on the idea. Because I was telling Steve I could do all red, but then it loses the whole black and white thing. That is almost like you have to have black and white if it's a cow wreath. You don't have to, but you would think you would. Okay, so that's the base. Now watch when I put the sign on it. Oop, I'm trying to do it.
Yep.
It pops the whole thing and not just the red.
Right.
So now it makes the cow stand out a little bit more. So we kind of just complemented our sign. So we brought those colors in. So, big fat poofy wreath. Let's make our bow. So you guys know I'm gonna use my Bodabra. And I think I'm gonna try to use all the ribbon that I have here. We shall see. Which is a lot more ribbon than goes in normal bows. So I think I want to
Claire, so that's a Pouf base, and they're 10-inch Poufs with ruffles in each tie. And how long were the ruffles cut to?
11 inches.
Oh, 11.
11.
Ooh, different. Okay.
I like to just confuse you sometimes when you
Mix
think
it
you
up.
got it all figured out, right?
Right.
So I'm trying to decide what I want to lay down first. I think I'm gonna do, let me look. I think I'm gonna do the red. So I'll lay down the red first, and then I'll pop the rest of the colors on top. So we're gonna start off. This is a 2.5 inch from Craft Outlet. So dovetail in wired edges. You're gonna cut from the wired side to the point of your ribbon towards the wire. And that gives you the really pretty dovetail, ducktail, whatever you want to call it. What else do they call it?
Dove.
Something like that. So I'm going to go 10. Yeah, let's go 10. Maybe I'll thin out one of those. Just depends.
Sharon, AC Moore doesn't have any floors left because Regina bought it all out.
Not necessarily. She didn't occupy all the
I
stores.
know.
So 10-inch tail, and I'm going to go 5.5-inch loop. So I always keep taking my Bodabra and I bring it back and I center it on the 10 so that I can pull this out. It's actually almost like 6.
He goes, yeah, that is a black and white 21-inch Deco mesh stripe.
Yep.
Some gals, it was kind of hard to tell. They weren't sure if it was beige and black or white and black.
Oh no,
it's black and white. Yep.
Yeah, black and white, just like that. So that's about how much I have left, which not much. It would probably be enough to go around the inside, and that's where it would stop.
Hi Jane, hi Karen, how you guys doing? Hope everyone's doing great.
So 5.5, and then we want 10-inch tail.
Zoom back in.
Okay. Ugh. And dovetail cut this. This one's ready to be put away.
Yeah, that red will make it pop too.
Yeah, it really will. And then we're going to add this print, which is new. I don't know if it's new, but when I had just finished placing my last order, when I added all the burgundy and tan, they have a white. Before it was tan and the print, tan and black. So I just felt black and white, because this one has the pigs, cows, and chickens. I felt that it was appropriate for this one. So we're going to go white and black instead of the tan and black. So we're going to do 9.5-inch tail. And I'm not going to worry about whether this one is right side up or upside down, because sometimes it just depends on where your ribbon tails fall. So, and we're doing 5-inch loops. So I'll do this one. I'm still debating. I think I might, I don't know. You guys might help me pick out the other 1.5 ones. So 5. And then 9.5. I was thinking about using the chicken, because there's ones that has a chicken. It's just chickens with chicken wire. But I thought it's not a chicken, it's more cow. And I don't have the black and white cowhide wreath, or the ribbon. See, that wasn't an option for me. So there's those two. And then, let's see. These are the ones I have to pick from. So I need you guys to help me thin out one of the black and white that you don't think works in that combination. I think I have to keep the red in there. So let me just make that easier for you.
Is that top gingham? Oh, that is black and white. It looks blue from here.
No, it's black and white gingham, and then I have the black and white ticking, and then I have this black and white large stripe that just goes long way. So I need you guys to help me break that one down so we eliminate one. And I'm trying to...
I would think the bottom, even though it's black and kind of cream.
Because I'm trying really, because we have this and this that we're going to be incorporating as well.
So what do y'all think? They need, Kat wants to get rid of one of the black.
One of the ribbons just doesn't belong here.
Yeah, which one do you guys want to?
I'm just not sure which. I could technically put both in, but then I think it would just look, it might look a little weird.
Julie said I would take out the plaid, but Tracy and Nicole said no large stripe. Claire said large stripe. Tracy said bottom one out, which is the large stripe.
Okay.
Heather said no to the bottom.
Okay.
Black and white stripes, so guess what?
Black and white stripes is out.
Black and white stripes it is.
Well, the wide stripes.
Oh, still... Gail said take black and white gingham out.
See, that's what I was thinking. That's why it's still in its paper. But...
We don't have a black and beige? I thought we had black and beige.
I don't want to do black and beige. I have black and tan, but this is black and white and red. So when you pull the black and tan in, it really looks off.
Okay.
So...
Well, you know what you can do, right?
I'm not making a mock-up bow. So...
Oh, but you could just take a piece of it and see what it looks like.
Then I really have to break these up. Like, it's going to have to go like that.
That looks good.
To really pull them.
Yeah.
Right. So, where these all come from. So far the two bottom ones are Craft Outlet, Wreath Shop, Craft Outlet, and Craft Outlet.
Yep.
So remember, but remember that the Wreath Shop and a lot of other vendors all order from the same company, which is Craig Bachman Imports, which means that the SKU numbers are probably all still similar. Was I doing that? Yeah, and we're going to finish with red and white. Okay. I was like, where am I going here? So we're working from this way down. Okay. So here, this is going to be 9-inch tail.
Michael, hopefully you're in the right group, but this is not a fridge auction.
Nope, we are not auctioning a fridge. Poor guy.
Yep.
And we're going to do 4.5 inch.
So if you really want to see Kat make a wreath,
you're in the right place.
You are more than welcome.
Nope. We are not auctioning a fridge. Is that what you said? This was supposed to be a fridge auction?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And he said, how much is that table going for? So, Michael, this is not...
It's not an auction.
An auction site.
Yeah. So, let's see. I put this on my 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. Okay. So there we go. So black and white is in. So we pulled the other one out. So because I didn't open this one, I need to keep it from unspiraling everywhere under the sun.
Mm-hmm.
I love this Harlequin. This has been my favorite for farmhouse-style. So this came from the Wreath Shop. You can probably also get it through Craft Outlet. Or, not that Craft Outlet's in right now.
Yeah. Claire, yeah, she's feeling a little bit better. She's taking it day by day.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my 5th ribbon. No, 4th ribbon. 8.5. Yes?
Okay, and Michael Donaldson has been blocked.
Alrighty. He's still doing his auction?
No, I just have the option, so I'm just not even going to deal with it.
Okay.
Tracy, thank you. Yep, he's already been blocked.
You guys are awesome. It's going to happen. You know it's going to happen at some point. So we're doing the loops on this one exactly the same as the black and white gingham. So they're 4.5 inch loop.
Mm-hmm.
So keeping your finger in both of them, you can make sure that they're both the same size. And then that way you don't have to run them all the way out.
Yeah, Tracy blocked him. They did this on another live I watched. Just annoying. So.
Really?
Yep.
Well, that tells you what people are...
He got in a couple comments and I just blocked.
hey, you know, in Facebook world, engagement's engagement. But you don't want people to become a huge distraction either. Okay, my favorite ribbon in the whole wide world, the ticking. Should have bought this in red and white. They have it in red and white.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why I don't have it. I bought it in the navy blue.
Do they have it in red and beige?
Red and white, like this. Yeah.
Like, well, that's like an antique white.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's very vintagey. So 8-inch tail.
Vintagey. Highly technical term.
We're gonna do 4-inch loop. And right to the 6.
As I said, I love that ribbon too. He also said I was working on giving him the book too.
I know. You do have that right. You can remove them.
Yep.
So right at 6. Wow, this is way over. Okay. And then down to 8. It's just a nice thick ribbon. So it's perfect for all the farmhouse ones. And sadly, look. That's it.
Do you have enough for tails? Oh, you already have your tails cut, so you should be good.
No, I don't have my tails cut.
You got a couple tails cut.
One. I only cut one because I'm going to use a lot of embellishments.
Oh, okay.
I should have enough for tails. I'm not worried. And then the last one, we're doing the gingham, which reminds me of the Wizard of Oz.
Deborah asked, how do you determine the length of each loop when you are making them? Designer's choice. She normally keeps it between 5.5 to 5.
It depends. Like this one has a 12-inch round sign, so I can't go way crazy on either loop size or length of my ribbon size. So knowing that I'm going to probably put it in the top left-hand side, I've got to watch out for the words, because the last thing you want to do is have so much ribbon hang over that now you can't read what your sign says.
Yep.
So that is a huge thing. So it's just trial and error. So this one's going to be 3.5 inches. A little bit more. And then 3.5. And then 7.5 inch tail. Okay, should be fine. And we are done with our bow. And then we get to fluff.
What's your fingers?
I always make sure the other way. Although, yeah, Dollar Tree scissors, those Betty Crocker babies, they can really like hack into your skin pretty good.
Yeah.
So don't underestimate because they're dollar scissors, they're not sharp. Oh, they're sharp. So I am going to fluff, which means we're gonna get my fluff cutting board out.
Gail said that Lev and Alec actually went to Home Depot or somewhere and got her 18 by 24 by 3/4 inch
Piece of wood?
piece of wood.
That's what I told you to do. I was like, don't spend like, I forget what she was saying some of the costs of the 18 by 24 inch cutting boards are. I'm like, just go to Home Depot and have them cut it. Just get like a 1 inch or a 3/4 inch piece of wood and have them cut it 18 by 24. It's going to be way less.
Yeah.
And then if you want to coat it, you could put your measurements on here. I mean, there's a ton of stuff you can do to make it unique.
Yeah, definitely.
You could even sell those as an idea. Shipping. Just depends on the weight. Although FedEx, you can go up to 22 pounds. Who knows, Gail? Could be a next idea. Okay.
Yeah.
So I am just twisting these about 5 times. And then the easiest way for me to do it is because I like to work on a longer space over shorter, because this is the way I fluff. You're gonna take it, I have a little C-hook on here, so I'm gonna take the C-hook and kind of get it up underneath the pipe cleaner. So I'm just gonna feed it there and turn it to the side, so that if you guys are looking, babe, can you zoom in?
I can zoom in, but we possibly have another troll, so I'm just watching it.
They have nothing better to do, right? Okay, so that's how I have it secured. So I'm gonna flip. And we are going to take, whichever way you pull your tails from your loops, they're gonna go opposite. So if we go loop and tail here, we're gonna go the opposite on the other side. So I have my loop here, my tail here, so that they should be directly across from one another. And then from here, we're gonna go opposite. So we're gonna do tail here, so that this kind of winds up here. And we'll do one here. This might actually end up going on this side. Just depends on how they wind up on the other side. So we're gonna pull our tail and our loop, and I try to get them to go in between the others. So we have like loop, loop, tail, tail. Here's our other loop, and then there's our tail. And then we're gonna keep working our way down the ribbon. So from here, we're following the red. So we're gonna go loop, loop and tail. And we're gonna do it here.
Yep. Kath said, I'm forever pinching myself with both scissors and my needle nose pliers. Yep.
Great.
Regina said, I love Harbor Freight wire cutters. They're $2.49 plus 20% coupon.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
When they open again.
And then, yeah.
Right.
And then Kath said the fluffy bow boards, you could use the chalk paints and make them really pretty too. That's
You
a good
definitely
idea.
could. I mean, you could do whatever you want. Like I said, there's just so many opportunity now. Okay, so everything is going in the opposite direction. So this was my loop and tail. So I'm gonna do it the opposite here on this side. So remember, whichever way it's going, you're gonna go the complete opposite on the other side, and we'll continue to fluff. So here, we're going this direction, and then we're gonna go this direction. And then to put loops or arcs back in your ribbon, you're just gonna kind of, your fingers are like the scissors when you're doing curling ribbon. So you're just gonna fan those out, and you're just gonna keep pulling these around in whatever method you want to kind of create whatever bow you wanna make. You want to make sure all your loops are open. You don't want to pull too hard, because if you pull too hard, you'll pull all your ribbon right through the other side. And open this one up. So let me kind of show you.
That black gingham, yeah, looks a little, there you go. Is that, it looks like it's the wire's kind of thin, huh?
It's a very thin wire, yeah. It's like the ones on the top. Let's try to go this way. And we'll probably readjust later once we get it on the wreath. So here I'm looking at the same thing that I always tell you guys to, is look for a way, if you're doing ribbon, that like you might have more ribbon going this way, and then you have an opening. So this is what I'm looking for, is my opening here that I can potentially put closer to my sign, and then just have my ribbons arcing. So let me hold that up so you can see what that looks like.
Yep.
So I'm going to be working off of this side. So I'm just pushing it off my hook, and I'll keep that sitting there. And then let's go in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all my interior pipe cleaners. So just twist them 4 or 5 times. You're going to snip them off. And you're going to push down the little part of your pipe cleaner that's left. Just kind of tuck it back down into your wreath.
Alvina, the size of the board we had to get, it's an 18 by 24 by like 3/4 inch.
3/4 inch.
Yep.
I'm just trying to save you guys money.
Yep.
Because if you go with a legitimate cutting board, you know they're going to charge you.
Yep.
So you can just make your own.
Rosalind said beautiful bow. Deborah said you make this so easy to make bows. I do it and it never ends up like your bows.
Just keep practicing.
God, please give me your talent in making bows, please. Please hear my prayer.
Aww.
And then Georgia said, I love all the ribbons on the bow.
I think that's what we'll do sometime next week.
A bow making class?
Yeah, we'll do a couple bow making classes. So if you guys want to gather up, this is what I'm always going to require for you. 2 2.5 inch, and 4 1.5 inch. So go pick your color combos, whatever you want to do. And then we'll do a co-create. So bring your easy bow maker, bring your bow dabber, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Let's do that, either with the easy bow maker or the bow dabber.
And you normally try to pick out at least what, 2 2.5 inch?
2 2.5 and 4 1.5 inch.
There you go.
So go pick your combos, whatever you want, and let's make them together. And then afterwards, I'll have you guys post pictures and show me what you made.
Yep. Kathy and Faye said you make them bows look so easy and beautiful.
Yeah, making sure I've cut off all my inside ones. So if we just kind of looking at things for placement, if we place our cow sign here, this is what I'm saying, is I'm always looking for a place that I can set my bow that is going to allow me to not really cover up too much. So it'll kind of look something similar to this. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. I just didn't want it to all roll downhill. So let's attach the sign. So it's got holes already pre-done on the top and bottom. And these are really thick signs. Because they're not like the regular, at least the gauge on this metal has to be really nice.
And there's no rule saying you have to have a sign in the middle of the wreath.
Nope, you can put it wherever you want. I try to get it as close to the center because I want the bow to kind of be where it needs to be. So I'm going to, I just don't want it to be covered. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to push it through my Deco mesh, being that it's a poof. It's pretty poofy. So we'll push this down. I just have the bending pipe cleaner.
Yeah.
My pipe cleaners like to bend because you're going through so many different layers in the poof.
Caitlin said I get compliments on my bows on my other wreath pages, and I always link your page because you taught me everything I know.
Aw, thanks. But you still had to master the skill yourself.
She taught you the basics. Yeah.
Practice makes permanent.
Permanent, that's right.
Right. It just makes it easy to remember how to do it. So we're going to go down. And I just barely attach my sign, just in the likelihood I have to move it. So we're going to kind of push it this way. Then I'm going to look at adding my bow right in here. So I got to pull my pipe cleaners back down and get those into the base as well.
Gail, the sign is either from the wreath shop?
Wreath shop or a craft outlet.
Yep.
Who knows? These days you can hey, here's another thing. Oh, well, that's right. Amazon said they were not shipping things that were non-essentials. But there's a clarification on that order for now. They're not shipping it in Amazon Prime time, meaning if you order a non-essential like paints or Deco mesh, it's whatever the time is to ship. You can still get free shipping on Prime, but they're not going to beat themselves to death trying to get it out to you in 2 days.
Yeah, I would say the sign more likely is from Craft Outlet, but as a backup, you could check the Wreath shop because they do carry those.
Or
too.
Trendy Tree.
Yeah.
Or any of the other places.
And that's a 12-inch round.
Yes, that is a 12-inch round.
Yep. Karen said, Kat, why do you think the pretty 1.5 inch ribbon is harder to find than the 2.5 inch? Is it just me? No.
No. I think we have a tendency of going pretty patterns and designs, and we shy away from the solids. And so that's why I think it's just harder for us to find. It's not that it's elusive.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to pull these this way. I'm trying really hard not to cover up my sign. So that's what it looks like right now.
Yay. You're starting to talk with an accent.
I am starting to talk with an accent. Right, so now I'm going to kind of take some of my interior, the red or the burgundy, and kind of pull that so that it kind of softens the sign a bit. So we're going to take these, kind of pull these up, really make that accent that sign. Okay. And you know we're going to be fluffing like 15 more times.
Oh yeah.
But let's go ahead and start working on. I'm going to go ahead and add my 2.5 inch ribbon to the outside 12. So we're just using the red and the black and white with the print.
Yeah.
Right. Cut to 13-inch pieces, because I'm going to try to put a lot of embellishments on these ones. So I'm going to just start, these go right inside our pipe cleaners. As you guys know, we pull those to the outside to kind of elongate our wreath and just kind of dial those colors back in a little bit more. So always fold it in half to find middle.
Heather said that is gorgeous. Thank you, Heather.
Thanks, Heather.
I worked really hard on it.
What?
Nothing.
You worked really hard on it? I was like, see, I think that during this time frame, you should have to come up here next week and make a wreath.
Remember, I'm still working.
Not at 5 o'clock. I'd be happy to prep all your materials for you. If you guys think that Steve should be here sometime next week, go ahead and hit the likes and the hearts and let me know that you'd like to see that, because I'd like to see that. He's probably like, no, don't do that. I think you should. I really and truly think you should. And I'm trying to look at like where I want to put specific embellishments, because I have quite a bit. This is going to be cute. Oh, this is going to go. I remember why I liked doing this a long time ago.
Somehow, all the comments have been deleted.
What?
I'm just kidding.
I was like...
Yes, there's a tons of likes and loves.
See, I think he should. It's like give back, right, babe? You just gotta think of it this way, is that you're helping the wreathing community by giving them something to do. You don't have to make a fishing wreath. You can make something fun. Make a patriotic one.
Yeah. Yeah, Gail said, Steve, I was trying to get you to fill in for her tonight. Daisy said yes. Linda said yes.
See?
Sandra said yes.
I know there's a lot of people that are like, you can have Steve do it if you're not up to it. I'm like, oh, I'll suck it up. I'll go. I'll go. But that would be fun. We can switch places. Switching it up. Trying to find my pipe cleaner. It's all tucked.
Karen said, accept the challenge, Steve.
Accept it. Don't deny your calling. So we're still fanning. Here we go.
I've made most of the wreaths. I think maybe the only one I haven't done is a bubble.
You haven't, you've done a poof, right?
I've done poofs, I've done grapevines, evergreens, ruffles.
You've done, oh that's true, you have. You have made grapevine.
I just haven't I don't think I've done a bubble.
You know what's funny too?
And the curl and weave, because that's kind of...
That's, yeah, kind of challenging.
Yeah.
But that is very true. You have done just about all the techniques. So I'll just let you go with whatever you're comfortable with. Because they took the polling option away from Facebook. Now there's no poll button anymore. Yeah, I was going to do a poll the other day, and I was like, there's no poll here anymore.
No, Lynn, I'm definitely not sheet candy.
Oh, eye candy?
Yeah. Maybe we'll bring in Bacon, and I'll have him help me.
You know what? Bacon, I think he's out of work right now. I might just have to give him a job.
He could be my helper.
He could be your sous chef. He could be guys' night at
Yeah.
Kats Creations, right? He would like that. I would just have fun just watching what ensues.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will reach out to Bacon now that I think about that. Because he was Texas, well, he was Cracker Barrel and
He was
Texas.
both, yeah.
And then Longhorn Steakhouse, so all those places now dining option is no longer an option.
We could do it, but it's kind of hard to make, Ron said each make a wreath at the same time.
It's hard because everyone wants to see what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, and we kind of, I don't know, it might not be enough space. We have a long countertop, but
We can get 2.
we could probably do 2. I have to pull the camera back.
Yeah. That
Because,
is
I mean,
good.
they showed you and
Me and Gail when we did it.
and
Me
Jackie.
and Jackie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sandra said, yes, Bacon, he is hot.
Bacon, right? I swear that man, if he did his own show, his viewership would just be insane. That's what I was telling him.
Yeah.
He likes to check in every now and then. We've adopted him. He's part of our family.
Ben said Bacon's hot, but we like mature men.
It's very true. We shall see. Who knows?
Barbara said, Steve, why don't I make masks for nurses?
Oh, yeah, because there's some people who say that people who have sewing skills can help our
Oh, gotcha.
hospitals with the masks. The ones that don't need to be like N95 approved.
Yeah.
Okay, so look. This is what it looks like now. What do you guys think? And
Oh,
I
yeah,
just have a
that's good.
couple, I just have 1.5 just randomly cut.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me show you the embellishments. And you guys can help me pick these out. And get rid of these because I don't need all these pieces. Oh, pipe cleaner. Okay, we have a milk can. So it's just a little tin milk can, right?
Yep.
As an embellishment.
I think that's the only one you had left, right?
It's the only one I have. There's
Cowbell.
cowbells.
Mini cowbell.
So we're going to put 2 of those on here because you can't have a cow wreath without cowbells. And yes, I ordered them from Amazon. They come in like a pack of 12.
Yeah.
So it's like a party pack. And then we have these fun things, which I ordered from Etsy. I'd have to look up who I got them from, but these are the legitimate plastic wax
Bottle caps.
milk caps.
Milk caps, yeah.
So these actually went on those bottles of milk when the milkman would leave milk on our parents' doorstep.
Yep.
And the reason why I like it is because this has the red stars on it, which match the red stars in our farm fresh milk. So I don't know if I'll add that because it really kind of hides it. It doesn't emphasize it, and I think that's way too big. But we'll look at these. For sure, we're going to add the cowbells to it. So we're going to add these down to the bottom where I left my pipe cleaners on because I didn't cut them off. I'm going to actually add these to the 2 red at the bottom, because if I put it on the white and black, it doesn't stand out as much. So I'm going to add these to
The red.
Yeah. So I'm just going to add these in. I'm going to look at it.
Daisy House said the cowbell is crazy fun. It is.
It is so much fun.
It gives it a good little twang, especially if it's on people's doors.
Right? And then
That'd
people
be-
could
that'd
just
be cute.
shake them, the
Yeah.
cowbells.
Daisy said, so your Friday evening dinner out is not an option. What's for dinner tonight?
Well, that's not necessarily true. Because Pauline is still, I can either A, order it to be delivered, or we can go pick it up.
Yeah, we probably still do.
We try to support her because I really work with the servers. You know, they're saying it's great. You know, she's a very small business, but she was saying, you know, it's great that people still do takeout, but for servers, their livelihood depends on their tips. And sadly, when people order to go, they don't tip, or they tip very little. So
Nancy asked, I need suggestions on how to use 6-inch mesh. I bought before I knew better. LOL. Stay safe and virus free.
Thank you.
They're great for candy cane wreaths. Of course, you're not going to use it until
or
Christmas.
smaller.
Or like the
patterned.
The pattern
like
wreaths, the crosses, or the stars, or the
hearts,
or the bow.
Right. Okay. So this is what I've done. I've added my 2 bells at the bottom, which are great because you can just do it. Yeah. They're right here.
There you go. Yay.
Yay. Okay. So.
I love that sound.
I know, because it sounds like a cowbell. Like I said, that one's obviously too big because I really want my bow to stand out. So I'm going to probably take the milk can and put this at the bottom. Let's see. I might see what this looks like if we utilize our pipe cleaners to help hold that in. And we'll
Karen said, okay, now I need to see it because I need to see this man. I think she's talking about bacon.
Oh, bacon.
It was about a month ago we went into Texas and we did that video and he was on there, so you could probably run back about a month ago.
Well, I have the photos of the gale.
Yeah.
So I am going to make sure I don't twist too hard because now the milk cans you can get at Hobby Lobby. It came out during their spring time. So I'm just trying to. Ben said milk can, and I think what I want to do, I have my raffia, so I definitely want to add some raffia. So let me add this to the outside of my milk can.
Gail said, I met bacon. Yes, she did.
She did.
She came at the right time.
She most definitely did. Okay, so.
Hey, Gail's just joining.
Ooh, almost knocked over all my milk. Let me add a couple more pieces. Ooh.
You gonna fold it up or just?
Huh? I'm putting it on the handle like a bow, but I've got to put some more pieces there because it's too thin. I just did one piece and I was like, I don't really like that. Okay. So I'll kind of show you what we did. There is milk can with that.
That looks cute.
And I think
that raffia adds a really good touch too.
it does. So what I'm going to do is if we put the milk caps, it gets lost if we add it to, here are my pliers, to the one where it's just the black and tan. But if we add it to the red, it stands out. So I'm going to actually add.
So what are you going to add to the tan?
Ribbon.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll just top that off with the black and white ticking ribbon. So let me go ahead and finish these up. We'll add some more raffia to that section. Do I want to add this to, let me look, if I want to add this to the bottle cap section or not.
Daisy, no, we still don't have the crosses yet. We do not.
Yeah, and at this stage of the game, it's probably not going to happen anytime soon.
Yep.
Let me go ahead and add this into my pipe cleaner. Here we go. So we're going to add this.
Angie asked, what would it look like to add a cap to the sign? I don't think we need to add it to the sign. The sign looks really good as it is.
Right? Oh, I did drop
She was thinking about adding a one of the bottle caps to the bow. We'll
but
see
it's the wrong color.
Yeah, it's a little big too.
So let me look and see. I just added raffia to that to kind of still keep it very rustic looking. So I'm just gonna take my Gorilla Glue, add some Gorilla Glue to the back, and I'm gonna actually attach this in. Just want to show you how I did it. So I added raffia. Here's my ribbon, because I kind of want to keep it still rustic-y farm.
You know what's cute?
No, I have no idea.
It looks like a ribbon from a prize you would get at a
Right.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, so let's grab more raffia. And I'm just adding this to where I'm going to be adding the milk caps. I'm just adding it directly into my pipe cleaners so that it still has that stringy look to it.
Yep.
And we cut off the pipe cleaner. And then I'm going to trim out the raffia so it doesn't go crazy past my wreath. Like that. And then we're going to attach our milk cap. It's nice because they're wax coated.
Mm-hmm. Daisy, there's no state fairs in California, but we have a lot of county fairs. That's how we break it up through counties.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let's see. I did one there. We have our milk thing here. Let's take some more raffia. And this raffia, I believe you can still get it at Dollar Tree, because that's where it's in their floral section though.
I think Jean's on, so she can let everybody know too. Jean, can you get the raffia from Dollar Tree?
I believe so. That's where I got mine, because it just came in a little small container.
She said in Wisconsin it's both. You have a big state fair and then smaller county fairs.
See, I miss places like that. California, maybe
California's
up in
too big to have a state fair though. Cause
like Fresno. Like, because when we drive up, some of these just feel really super thick. Like, it feels like there's two stuck together.
Yep. Hi, gals, just joining.
So I think it's a super cute addition to here.
Well, Darlene said she got a raffia there too. So yeah.
At Dollar Tree?
Yeah.
Okay. Almost done with this. Why does raffia have to be so messy? That's my whole thing. It's like you can't just, like, once you open your thing of raffia, it's like a mess.
Yeah.
And I like it to be
Thicker.
Yeah.
Oh, Cass said yes, Sacramento has a state fair.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
Like, I was, like
Thank you,
how
Kat.
we go up there to where they have like all the auctions, the farming auctions.
Yeah.
I would think that there would be up there.
Well, Sacramento's our capital, so that would make sense.
Right?
Gail says I'd use a grass skirt from Dollar Tree too for raffia.
That is a great idea. Okay, I think this is the last cap, and then we can add some raffia and ribbon to the outside, because I think the raffia really kind of helps, again, keep it rustic. It's just fun to have so many different things that customers can find on their own. Okay, so let's add the ticking. So I do have a couple pieces already cut. These are 16-inch, and I am going to do the half bows so that they kind of look a little bit like the milk cap.
Mm-hmm.
So awareness bows are, you bring your tails together, or these are what I call half bows. So they're going to go in just like this, like right into my finger, like this is a pipe cleaner. You're going to twist it, and then you're going to take this and fan them out to the outside, and then you'll kind of fluff that in the space where we have that white and black.
The farm ribbon?
The farming ribbon, yeah. Should I add more raffia, or do you guys think that's enough raffia? Would you add more?
I think that's enough.
You think it's enough?
Yeah, because you have it like every other one.
Except
right?
for the ones at the bottom. They're on, it's only on the red.
Yeah,
So I just have it on the red.
Enough.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these off. Just
Hi, Lindy.
like so. Hi, Lindy.
Hi, Melody.
I need something for the center of the bow. What
See,
do you
also,
guys
that's
think?
what I love about your wreaths. You take your time and try different things to make it look very pretty. That's the
Well,
fun part.
And to not overdo it to where you're hiding the stuff that you worked so hard to create.
Yeah.
So let's do, this one needs a 16.
I think from time to time I'm still not getting all the comments coming through.
Sometimes you don't.
Yeah. Because I've been looking and somebody just posted enough. Like that's enough raffia.
Oh.
But it didn't pop up on my phone. So I try to go out and come back in and see who posted it. Donna Hill.
Okay.
So if I go out and come back in, I can see the comment. So Donna said, yeah, Donna said that's enough.
I think so. I know. Well, see, even if I had an extra cowbell, that would have been too big to add to our bow.
Oh, Kat said maybe you could try some raffia in the bow center.
That's what I was thinking too. But then, if we add the raffia, we might be able to put one of the milk caps in there.
She said the same thing.
See, great minds.
And then Karen said, I love my new Power Shot stapler.
Don't you love that?
Thanks for the name. Now I'd like to know of a good glue gun that doesn't leak.
That doesn't leak. You know what's sad is I've had this one going on 3 years. This is a Hobby Lobby no name $5.95. It's just a dual temperature glue gun.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, for the leakies, you get a little silicone mat. Now Amazon sells these in a 3-pack. Do I have them in my 3-pack? I should have given those to Gail when she was
It's called
here.
Silicone Alley.
Yeah, they come in a packet like this, so you get 3 of them. And they come in a whole bunch of different colors. I have blue ones and I have red ones. So I just stick that underneath my glue gun and it'll capture all the leaky parts. And a lot of times I'll use that sometimes as just a really quick glue skillet. Like I'll pour glue on there. And then afterwards, because it's a silicone mat, you just peel it off and either I throw it back in my glue skillet or you can throw it in the trash. And then you're good. Couple more.
Thank you, Linda. She said July 17th through August 7th is the Sacramento, California State Fair.
July?
Yeah.
We'll see this year. Who knows? That might be postponed like everything else.
Yep, Gail said I bought the mats a few months ago. They are great.
Can you grab me? There is a roll of the black ticking. It's in the box. That is in the craft room. That has all the jute natural deco mesh in it. That's just out. Yes. See, I did order another one.
You ordered 2. You got another one in there.
I have blue and white too. Because I get asked to make these all the time. So I just think that that kind of makes it very farmhouse-esque if you do that. And I just dropped my scissors on the floor for the second time. Let's see.
Karen, that one just takes regular sticks, not the mini glue sticks.
Nope. I use
It's the regular one. And we buy the big 40 pack of the Gorilla Glue sticks.
Is it 40? I think it's 45.
45, yeah.
Yeah, so you just like 45 pack. And
And
then,
you can get them right from Amazon.
yep.
Hobby Lobby sells them from time to time.
I haven't found the Gorilla Glue ones there.
Walmart might have them.
They'll be locked up in a cabinet. I hate that at Walmart. I had just like standing there waiting to get E6000 spray adhesive locked up in the cabinet. So it's just like, I'm just gonna go to Hobby Lobby. I don't have to wait. And then when they unlock your cabinet, you can't even take the item. You have to go to the front and then tell your cashier you have an item waiting at check stand, whatever.
Right.
I'm like, are you kidding me?
And someone asked earlier, someone said the yellow wreath on the door was beautiful. It's available on her Etsy shop.
Yep, on Etsy or my website, which is KatsCreationsNMore.com.
I pinned it already to the bottom.
What?
Your
the website?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you guys want to join the private group, it's $17 a month, and we meet every Sunday and Monday. Sundays we're doing back to basics tutorials, so starting this Sunday, we're doing bubble wreath. So we're going to teach you how to do the basic bubble. So for the next 3 or 4 classes, I think we're doing 21-inch Deco mesh techniques. And so we're teaching you how to make your bases. So we covered all the 10-inch ones. Might have to throw in some 5.5 or 6-inch ones too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have it. God knows I bought a ton and didn't use it.
Yep, Kat said I did find full-size Gorilla Glue sticks at Walmart. If you're in a pinch, Ace Hardware also carries them. Only if you have an Ace Hardware need. And then Toby said the glue stick in E6000 is on the shelf at my Walmart. Yeah, so most of the time you can find them there.
So, okay. I just don't... The challenge is adding raffia to the bow when the bow's already done. Let me look. I don't think we need to add raffia. I mean, I'm looking at it. Hang tight.
You could maybe just glue a little bit to the back of the
thing.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
You have to look and see what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm going to do that right now. I'm like trying to think. Hang on. Do it this way. I'm going to come up underneath, like my pipe cleaner would. I'm just trying something because I need the ends out. There we go. And then we have to fluff everything.
Then you gotta put tight on the bow.
Yeah, I will. But that might be what we need. I'm just fluffing everything around. Okay, let's look. If we do big bow.
Then you can cut some of that off. Huh?
Yeah, I would. So that it's not quite too long.
Or sticking out.
I know. I know. Give me a minute. Gotta get there first.
Yep.
Okay. Because it's all about making sure the sign's not covered. So if we do that, see, we still need that. What do you think? What do you guys think?
I'm gonna tip it up a bit.
Yeah, I'm trying to get all the other pieces of raffia out of the way. I'm gonna try to keep that somewhat holding in there. What do you guys think? Yay or nay?
I say yay. What do you guys think? Yay or nay?
Yeah, if you ask an opinion, you gotta wait for theirs.
I'm allowed to give my opinion.
You can give your opinion. I appreciate that.
David said this wreath is too stinking cute. It is cute.
Thank you. I wish I had a smaller cowbell in there. That would have been cute to put a little black one in there.
Yeah. They're giving it lots of love, so they're saying yes, yep.
We'll commit. we'll do it. I don't think you always have to add to your bow, but I just think that why not tie that in so that people can see it. Let me get my handy dandy skewer so I can get some of that raffia to stick behind there. Just like so.
And you're done.
And I am done. So I'm going to pull some of this around.
Yeah, I think that's just enough raffia. You don't need too much.
Yeah. Okay. Let me show you what it looks like on the door. Okay. Ta-da. You're doing what?
Oh, I was going to come get it for you, but sure, yeah.
I'm functioning. Right?
Yep.
Looks super cute. So, this is what I was telling you. You can just take your ribbon, put those little curls back in it. Just like so. Ooh.
Yep.
Here's our red. Okay.
Then it's just, Vanessa, the poofs are 10-inch poofs.
Wow, this one's way long.
Donna said the bow is beautiful as it is, but yeah, it does look, I think, better with the note cap in it. It looks really cute. Makes it look really farmhouse
Rustic?
and rustic, yeah.
Yeah. So there you guys go. That's how you can. I mean, if you don't
Right.
like the ones that are sticking out like that, you can trim those back.
We'll give you another nod, Kat. She said, I love the cowbells clanging.
Like that,
Yeah.
right? See, so when people come to your door, you could just be like, super cute. Okay.
Yeah.
Am I missing anything?
No. We're in there. You're
Okay.
good. Yep.
I know, I'm just trying to fidge
A couple
on
of gals said,
around.
would love to see a couple good photos. Maybe post it in the group.
Oh, I will. Absolutely. Give me just a little bit of time and I'll share photos. So then you have that as inspiration, right?
Sam said this one won't last long. What are you going to sell this one for?
This one's listed for $85, and the only reason is because I have so much invested in it.
That's not bad. That's,
These were not cheap,
yeah.
and you have to buy them. I think it came in a 36 pack. It was like, it looked like poker chips. So I just have a few left over. But then, like I said, you have to buy the cowbells in packs of 4, or no, packs of 12. Then the milk can, the sign, and
Yeah.
everything else. So
I honestly
yeah.
think that could be like a $125 wreath.
But I'm not going to sell it for that.
I know.
I'm going to keep it reasonable.
Yeah.
So, and if it doesn't sell, I am totally fine with it because it goes with my kitchen because it's red, white, and black.
That's
well,
true.
we have black and tan. But yeah. Any questions you guys have that you can answer? Sunday, private group members, we're doing bubble. So just grab your 14-inch Dollar Tree wreath frame and whatever color 21-inch Deco mesh you want to use, and you'll need pipe cleaners. And then I'll walk you through how to do the bubble method. It's a really inexpensive but very full Deco mesh base, and it's works out better if you can find Deco mesh that has a lot of pattern to it. So if you just do it plain, it doesn't make the impact that you would want as if you have like a lot of foil in it that has a lot of color.
Yeah, a lot of gals are saying it's definitely worth more.
Okay, well, I'm not selling it for $125. So
Yeah.
it's on my site if you're interested. It's under the Facebook Live icon. I think it says like Farm Fresh Milk
Yeah.
Wreath, something like that. But that's about it. And then on Monday, we're doing Etsy shop evaluations for people in my private group that have an Etsy shop that want me to go over it and give you some suggestions on maybe how to get found and maybe how to sell some of the stuff. If you're struggling in sales, I could give you some tips. So that's all part of the private group. And then the rest of everybody else, I'll try to convince Steve that he's to Wreath, and I'll talk to Bacon too. If he's not doing anything right now, I'm going to ask him to come next week.
Deborah asked a couple things, which is kind of interesting. Do you have video on how to target your ICA?
ICA.
I think maybe you're just your target audience. Or
define that for me, because everybody labels it different. And
she also asked, could you do a class on how to take photos for Etsy? That'd be so quick. I think you just do a quick video on just the angles and.
Maybe we can do that. We got to get our SEO class in, so for sure we're going to do SEO next week. Yeah. So that was the one that I was supposed to do, but then I went to the urgent care instead. So we're going to do that makeup, and I'll keep you posted as far as next week, but for now, Sunday is Bubble for private group, and then Monday at 5 is Etsy shop evals for people who want to do that. And you guys on the private group, just look for a separate post that tells me link your shop so that I know which shop wants to be evaluated. I think we can get through 4.
Deborah said I see as ideal customer avatar. Do you know what that is?
Ideal customer avatar?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. I'm thinking, so like looking for your target customer, is that what you're referring to? Yeah. As far as that video goes? I don't know if we have one dedicated specifically to that, but it might be more along the lines of starting the Facebook business page and then starting the Etsy shop, like how to market to, or social media marketing, I'm sorry, how to appeal to your target audience.
Yeah, she said target customer.
That's so if you're in the private group right now, just go to the private group page and search for social media marketing, and then watch the videos all related to that, because I show you how to use the information you have on hand to figure out who your target audience is right now. Hey, Rabia.
Yep. Audrey said another successful Friday Night Live. This turned out stunningly, so impressive with all the embellishments too. Thank you for another great tutorial.
It was fun.
Love watching to you. Thank you for your time and talents as always. Take care.
Absolutely. Okay, everyone. Well, have a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye, everyone.